all, my name is Lusty Banger, and I am here today to announce the opening of the Lusty Banger School of Pornography. It has been my feeling and my belief that there is a real demand for an institution of lower education, if you know what I mean. Just hitting at the bottom sometimes is a good idea. And so I am starting this school offering a practicum on making those composing those sexts that we like to send to each other in the middle of the night. You know, that's so much fun. And a boot camp for women who want to offer their services, their adoring services, without wearing out their jaws. And weekend retreats for exploring how to do selfies of the private parts that you might want to send out to a few close friends now and then. But then we're going to have 6 weeks courses on making porn films. Now, the thing about pornography is that it is basically fantasy. And making these films is a way of making the fantasies come true for us, you know. Think of the stories that you heard when you were a child and your parents told to you, and what you can do with them now to make them fun and filthy. Like, for instance, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, Snow White's stepmother was real jealous of her and gave her a poisoned apple, and she ate the apple, and she didn't die, but she did go into a coma. She was unconscious. And along come these 7 little dwarfs, and they find her, and they take her home. They're going to take care of her until the prince comes along and kisses her, or does whatever, and revives her. Well, but the thing is that the longer she's there, the more these 7 little dwarfs, they want to pick her cherry. I mean, they want to have their way with her. Well, it just sounds like what goes on in a fraternity house all the time now, doesn't it? Except they're not little dwarfs, they're big jocks. So we'll just, you know, we'll just frame it that way. Then there's, you know, Pinocchio, the wooden puppet who wanted to be a real boy. But he had this propensity for telling lies, and you know what happened every time he told a lie, his nose got longer and longer. Well, fellas, think what you can do with that one. I mean, it's going to be down the floor before you know what's happening, right? And the 3 little pigs, well, they were such fuck-ups as builders. I mean, they could not put up anything that would withstand the big bad wolf. Here comes the big bad wolf in our story. He doesn't want to blow down their houses. He just wants to get blown. But the 3 little girl piggies, they went to market, and then none of them is home. So he just stands around and waits for them. Finally, the 3 little girl piggies come home. He gets blown, and we have a happy ending to that one. Now, the next one, I want to warn you, there are some graphic images here that may disturb you. This is Red Riding Hood, and you know what she was doing. She took a basket of goodies to her grandmother's house, and she gets to grandmother's house, and there is the big bad wolf in bed with her grandmother, and they're having this conversation. And they just about get to the point where grandmother says, "Mr. Wolf, what a big cock you have." And Red, who is a member of the NRA, and he has one of those concealed carry permits, whips out her Glock and shoots the big bad wolf in his basket of goodies. Grandma is very pissed by that. That's the one story that I cannot figure out a happy ending for. Now, I've got just one more for you, and that is, I can't remember what my last one is. Oh, shit. It's Goldilocks and the 3 bears. That's what it is. Goldilocks and the 3 bears. It's not the 3 bears that you're thinking of. That, you know, the papa and the mama and the baby bear. No. It's 3 big black bears. And they come home and they find little Goldilocks there eating their porridge and sitting in their chair. Well, they think, let's just have a party then. So they all sit down and they all have their porridge, and then she visits each one of their beds. And that's where you get the happy ending. So, the Lusty Banger School of Pornography is now accepting applications. Get yours in soon.